Hello everyone, today I am going to show you a very interesting game of Magnus Carlsen, and this game was played on chess.com on 26th May 2020. And here Carlsen was decided to become a number one player in terms of blitz section on chess.com. So he created one username called Menu Garden, and during this process he met an opponent called Supi, grandmaster from Brazil, and there he got crushed in just 18 moves. So without any further delay, let's get started. So before we begin, if you are new here, please check the channel's previous videos and playlist. If you like them, please consider subscribing to the channel and don't miss our live streaming on subscribers challenge on every Tuesday 9:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So here the Brazilian grandmaster Luis Supi was handling the white pieces, so he opened the game with a e4, and here Carlsen went for the Scandinavian defense with a d5. So after the main moves like e takes d5 and then queen takes d5, here there are multiple choices for white. The most commonest move here is to play knight c3, but here Luis Supi went with the least common move, that is knight f3, which allows the black player to develop the bishop like this. So Carlsen did the same, and after bishop to g4, Luis Supi went bishop e2. So here knight c6 almost is getting ready to castle on the queen side. That is the idea of this variation. And here comes the knight c3. So now we are hitting the queen. The queen has to retreat. So queen goes to d7, keeping an eye on the bishop also. And once he kicks the bishop, now he trades the bishop on f3. So bishop f3 and then bishop f3. So here the bishop looks very strong because the light squares in the center of the board is controlled by the bishop. So probably Carlsen would try to exchange that in later. So here Carlsen castled on the queen side, and he completed one side of the board, I mean the development, but he has to bring other pieces into the game. So here after castling, he was not concentrating on his development from the king side pieces, rather as I was telling, no, so the bishop is strong, so he wanted to exchange the bishop. So here he played the knight to d4, which is not recommended because you are moving the same piece for the second time in the opening. So even if for a grandmaster or even a world champion, you should follow certain things like chess opening principles, right? So here he violates this, and here he completely ignores the idea of I mean the knight taking on f3, and he plays a4. What's the plan? He wants to attack the king as quick as possible. So a4, and after king b8, the natural move, here comes the knight b5. So he challenges the knight, as well as if we capture the knight, for example in this line, it is going to open the line for the rook. And not only that, once you recapture with the queen, we can even play this move rook a3. We are preparing rook b3, and then we could try to give the Pillsbury's mate with the help of bishop and the rook. So here Carlsen did not take that, rather he played the other move, that is the plan knight f3. So knight takes f3, it is coming with a check, so queen takes f3, and then after a6 he was trying to kick the knight because it's very annoying, right? So here the knight is not going back, so he was playing aggressively, and considering the underdevelopment of the pieces on the king side, his moves was logical. So after a6 he played c4, reinforcing the knight. For example, for an instance, so here if we take the knight like this, we can go a takes b5. Here we have multiple plans for white. For example, let's say black plays e6 to open the bishop's diagonal. We can simply play the move queen to b4, I mean queen to b3, and then queen to a4, trying to checkmate the black king. Even if we cannot checkmate the black king, there is a huge chance that we are going to win the game, because we are in the driver's seat basically, and black again he has to bring all these pieces into the game. So here another quick variation for black is to simply play the move queen to d3. So here after queen to d3, we can go via the other diagonal, that is queen to d1. Now again we are planning to shift our queen to the queen side. So he played, I mean the variation could go like e6 and then queen a4, king c8, after queen a8 check king d7, then we can pick up even b7 pawn also. So this is roughly equal, but still black has to be very careful. So let's go back and understand the game plan, I mean the game move. So here Carlsen did not take the knight, rather he played e5. So after that, Louis Supi played d4. Every move is coming out with a punch because he is not giving time for Magnus to develop his pieces. I'm continuously reinforcing only one point here, that is the development of the king side pieces, because now we are hitting the center, and that is actually a sacrifice. And here, instead of grabbing the pawn, that was the game move actually. So rather than playing this move, he should have continued with a knight to e7. Why knight to e7? While we grab the pawn, we have to go knight c6. Now we are the actual idea of the plan is that now we have got one defender around the king. That is the whole point of giving up the pawn in the center. After, let's say, bishop to g5, we are fine. But here, when Supi played d4, Magnus simply took the pawn, and again he wasted one tempo on capturing the pawn. And here comes the bishop f4. Again, we are a white player is coming with a tempo. Every move is a tempo gaining move, and here he played 8x b5. He thought, okay, now it is safe to capture the knight, but it actually not, because after the natural move, that is 8x b5, the line is open against the king. And one more variation we could try is maybe the bishop to d6 idea. But this variation also leads to take advantage for white. For example, after knight takes d6, c takes d6, we can play the move c5 because the pawn is pinned. So it's a better position for white. So that's why Magnus tried the other variation, that is 8x b5 and 8x b5. After bishop to d6, here he simply played a quiet move, that is rook a2. So now he wants to double the rook on a5 and deliver the mate on a8. That's the plan. So after queen f5, because here the piece is pinned, okay. So, and also if we can exchange everything off the board, then the piece sacrifice will not be helping white. So here after queen f5, if we play the natural move, like in this position, bishop f4, for example, let's say bishop takes f4 and then rook fa1, the game is over already. So there is no stopping mate. So that's why Magnus played the tactical move, that is queen f5, trying to exchange everything, nothing great. So here again he continued his own plan with the rook fa1, and again he is trying to deliver the checkmate. Okay, here Magnus thought and that he can move the king and escape from the mating attack, so that we can even shift the king to the other side of the board. So he played king c8, the very natural move. But here I want you to pause the video and find the brilliant move by Louis Supi. So you can take at least 3 or 4 seconds. Such a brilliant move here. So here he played one move, that is queen to c6. What's the idea? We are simply cutting off the escape square of the king, and also we are preparing to deliver the mate. Whatever even black has some forcing moves like queen b1 check, and even the blocking the the rook's eyes, but still we are going to deliver the mate. And if you capture here, we are going to simply recapture, and the pawn is controlling both the escape squares, and still the same mate is present. It is irrespective of any black's response, we are going to deliver the mate. And that is why after this move, after queen to c6, Magnus Carlsen resigned. So what a game. So what do you think about this game? Let me know your ideas, thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're still not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified for the future videos. And I am going live on every Tuesday, that is 9:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So probably the subscribers challenge, I am playing the subscribers. If you are interested in that, you can join on every Tuesday. And you can check multiple playlists and the videos available on the channel. So if you like them, you can again share to others. And this is Chess Wiser, as usual, your wise choice to improve your chess. I'll see you in the next one.